Hello, friends, and welcome to another Powered Cube draft on Magic the Gathering Arena. We're changing up the intro, and if you're new here, my name is Cody Lee. We do a draft video every single day. We're looking at a pretty sick pack. Look at that Phoenix art. Is that a little guy down there? What's he? Why has he got blue magic? Kind of stands out. Anyways, we're looking at a pretty sick pack. What do I want to be doing here? Been playing a little bit of Joshua Phoenix Dominant. My standard Brawl deck has been pretty cool. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm a little bit frazzled. We're hitting Friday, we're hitting pre-release, and I've been researching to figure out how I want to go about the pre-release. And you know, green's not normally where you want to be in Cube. I'll be honest. So maybe we don't go in green. Maybe we start with a Scalding Tarn and we see what happens. I like Scalding Tarn a lot. This is not a very strong pack. So let's start with the land. Follow that up with Displacer Kitten, Thunder Trap, Malcolm. There's some really good ones here, along with like Flage and Mother of Runes. Malcolm is one of those that I do really enjoy playing. Astrologian's Planisphere. 2 mana equipment with job select, so it enters with a 1/1. Then whenever you cast a non-creature spell and whenever you draw your third card in a turn, put a 1/1 counter. So it's a big like buff dealio. I think it's not as good as Malcolm if we're gonna be going that route. Flage is probably the like best win rate card here. Honestly, Ramming Up might also be the play if we want to be in like the Scalding Tarn deal. But let's start with the Malcolm. Follow the Malcolm up with a Tishana's. Not seeing crazy strong packs. Honestly, Talisman of Creativity might be it, but Tishana's is really good for a 3 mana 3/2 flash. When this creature enters, counter up to 1 target activated or triggered ability. And if the ability of an artifact, creature, or planeswalker is countered this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as you control. So Tishana's is very strong. It's also a flash threat. Let's take that. Talisman of Creativity is good, but it's not the greatest thing in the world, you know? I'm seeing some Reanimator stuff. Persist and Necromancy both in this pack, along with a Trinket Mage and a Daze. The Malcolm is a loot effect, so 2 mana 2/1 Flash Flyer. When it deals combat damage, put a Chorus counter, draw a card, then discard a card. And then you may cast the discarded card without paying its mana cost if there's bunch of counters on them. Doesn't normally happen, but it makes Persist a better pickup here, and I am going to do that. Overlord of the Balemark. There is a Tezzeret, Cruel Captain, and a Pinnacle Emissary with a Prophetic Memory. Like, these are all cards that I would enjoy having. We skipped the Talisman, so I'm less likely to take Tezzeret. The Overlord makes me more interested, especially if I'm going to be in like a blue-black Persist style thing, but this is 4 cards, then you may return a non-avatar creature card or a planeswalker card to my hand. Not necessarily the best effect if we want to be blue-black. So I think we're probably looking at Profs. Scrubland might be the move. But yeah, I think we're looking at a Profs here. When it enters, draw a card, you have no maximum hand size, and then you can buff some stuff. Lorien Revealed. There is a Mystical Tutor. Anja's Ravager might also be good. Whenever this creature attacks, discard your hand, so you're able to kind of get things in the graveyard. And then there is the 2 mana 4/1. Lorien Revealed, Island Cycler, draw cards. Just very solid for us. But maybe Sunset Saboteur. Let's do a blue-black like aggro-y thing. Thieving Skydiver to follow it up. Yawgmoth's Will would be interesting, but let's take the Thieving Skydiver. There's a Gobin, a Fire Nation Occupation, and an Undercity Sewers. The Frantic Search is interesting. The Sephiroth is also interesting, I will say. Gobin is a loot effect, and then Fire Nation Occupation. 3 mana. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier creature token with Firebending. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, create a 2/2. We don't have a bunch of create something on our opponent's turn. I do want to get a blue-black land, so I think we're going to take the Undercity Sewers here. Another talisman. These are very interesting cards to me, but we're gonna take the land. Hierarch came back around, which is kind of crazy to me. Unmarked Grave is also here. Search your library for a non-legendary card. Put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle. We might take it, but it's not great. Detective's Phoenix might be better for us. We're going to take this and put it in the sideboard and remember it's there. We have a Scalding Tarn. Maybe we splash the red. Ramming Up coming back around is crazy. Coveted Jewel here. Memory Jar. We're going to take the Field of the Dead. We'll not play it, but Nethergoyf. Nethergoyf is something we'll play because we're doing a weird black-blue aggro-y style thing. I'm going to take the Showdown on the Scald and put it in the sideboard. We're not playing any of these, but Showdown on the Scalds is the best card. Pinnacle Emissary? Whenever you cast an artifact spell, we're not playing artifacts. It's worth noting we do have, right now, a lot of creatures. So maybe that's worth playing. Mystical Tutor, search your library for an instant or sorcery. We'll take it. The fact that it's still here is kind of crazy to me. Grim Lavamancer to the sideboard. Ooh, interesting, interesting. No power again, which is really sad. But there's a Force of Will and a Cecil Dark Knight. Graveyard Trespasser might be interesting. 4 mana 6/6. This creature enters with 4 oil counters. This is one where if it has no oil counters on it, you lose the game. Oof. Big oof. But Force of Will is interesting. Counter any spell. Cecil will probably come back around, so I'm going to take the Force of Will. Ooh, okay, Shieldred. Shieldred is one of those that I would very, very much like to have in this style of deck. We are playing a very interesting, like aggro-y style black-blue deck, and it should be super fun. Also, forgive me if you can hear the drilling. I just started recording and I can now hear drilling around me, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Ooh, Subtlety is good. You'll notice we're getting kind of cut off. I'm seeing white and green and red and some lands. Unless this pack was just very... I mean, there's not very many cards in this pack. What are we on? Pick 2? 3? But we're going to take the Subtlety here. Subtlety is a good card. 4 mana for a 3/3 flash flyer. Never bad. Here I see a Baleful Strix. I also see a Strip Mine, which is interesting to me. This Unholy Heat art is amazing, I will say. I love it. Now, I would like to take a Strip Mine. I would like to take a Shieldred's Edict or a Jit. I think we're going to take the Baleful Strix with Flying and Death Touch and drawing a card, and maybe the Jit, Strip Mine, or Shieldred's Edict come back around. Probably not going to happen, but maybe. Here, Snapcaster Mage. We only have 4 things that we could flashback, and one of them, Mystical Tutor, we might not even be playing. So we're probably going to take the Time Warp and hope that we're able to actually get it off. Because if we're able to Time Warp with like a Sunset Saboteur in play and they don't have a creature or something like that, I do want to keep an eye out for some removal spells. I want to keep an eye out for... do we not have... There was a... I can't remember the name of the card, but it was a black card. 4 mana for a creature. When it enters, destroy a target creature, but it had a... you could play it for 2 mana, like a... almost like a evoke effect. But the evoke effect was just pay 2 mana instead of pay whatever, and it would kill something. I want kill on a creature. Gloomlake Verge, Night's Whisper, Enduring Curiosity. We're going to take the Enduring Curiosity because it's going to be good in what we're doing. I will say I love this card. This is one of those cards that I feel Wizards They pushed power level for sure, but there are exile effects that take care of this. There are a lot of them, and they've printed more. So it's not the most strong thing ever. Here, I think we're going to take the My Scornful Striker. We're very much a creature-focused blue-black deck, which I'm kind of here for. I'd like to get a few things like Remand. This Baleful Strix art is amazing, by the way. The wings being wooden and tied together by string. What are we looking at here? A wasteland, possibly? At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrificed a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of this vehicle. So we would get a bunch of these if we were sacrificing permanents. We're not sacrificing permanents, so too bad. The rest of these are unplayable. Might Stone and Weak Stone might be playable, but yeah. We'll grab the Wasteland. And it's worth noting we will play it. We're going to play the Cecil too. I do hope Thoughtseize, Deep Cavern Bat, something like that comes back around. Comes back around. I haven't seen a Deep Cavern Bat. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You lose life equal to its mana value. We'll take it. We're playing just death here. We do not have life. We're not going to play. Ha! We do not have a life, guys. Oh my goodness. Clip that. Get me out of here. We're just playing the death portion of this card, though. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. You lose life equal to its mana value. Of all of these cards, probably take the white card. Usually I take the land just because I'm a land hoarder. Unholy Heat, because I talked about how cool its art was. We're actually playing the color that's in this card. The fact that it has a C. Thalia, because it's cool. Like, look at that art. I was talking with one of my close friends whom I'm taking a improv class with, and we were both lamenting the fact that we had a thing for paladins. I'd be surprised if most people didn't. Paladins are cool. Urza, I think, is the best card here. Ponder is pretty good, and I almost want to take the Ponder. But I don't think we take Ponder over Urza here. Ooh. Do we want to take something like Saheeli? The Palantir of Orthonk was very good when we played it before. Then you may return a non-avatar creature card or planeswalker card. 13 creatures. We can take the Palantir. Damn Dismember, I think. Oh, Harvester of Misery. Okay, Harvester of Misery is almost perfect. There's also a miscalc, and honestly, the Dismember is probably a little bit better. Like, I do kind of want to take the Dismember here. Which I am going to take the Dismember. I'll cut the Overlord of the Balemark before I cut anything else. Consider Bitter Triumph. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. We want the Bitter Triumph. So right now, we would be playing 17 lands and 13 creatures, which is 30 cards. 30 of our cards are good enough for Overlord of the Balemark. And it is a pretty good threat. Emperor of Bones we'll take. Mystical Tutor, we probably want to get out. Card types in your graveyard. We're not going to have a ton. Dig Through Time might be good for us, but the Creeping Tar Pit's going to be phenomenal. Getting in that last like 3-6 damage with a Creeping Tar Pit over a turn or two. Being able to draw with an Enduring Curiosity. As of now, we will be getting rid of the Nethergoyf. Unearth. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. There is a Stern Scolding that only counters creature spells, though. So let's take the Unearth. We're going to drop the Nethergoyf. I still need one more playable with what I've got here. Look at all those white cards. I'm going to take the Badlands. With the Badlands, we're now going to splash Detective's Fiend. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We will go back to playing the Nethergoyf if we don't get something else to play. All of the green cards here. Essica's Chariot also has a very high drawn and played win rate. We're going to take the Wishclaw Talisman because it's in our colors. The fact that Lightning Bolt is still here is kind of crazy. But we're going to take the Tendrils because it's in our colors. Talisman of Dominance. This is wrong. I will take the Talisman of Dominance. I will play it. Yeah, I will play it. Channel being here is crazy. When this creature enters, target opponent exiles the top card, a card at random from your graveyard. Yeah. Crabomination. Is Crabomination gonna make it in? And we drop something like Force of Will. If we're gonna play the Talisman of Dominance, yeah, we don't have enough blue to really handle that. Get out of here. $17 lands. And we're looking good. Let's do it and see how well we do. Jumping into it. All right, this is one of those where we're gonna keep it, but it's a little bit risky. We have the Unearth Cycle. Sweet lands. Ooh, being able to play the Sunset Saboteur. Brainstorm. And just putting a couple back on top. Eh. Depending on what they play here. We'll see what happens. Mr. Avatar sleeves. Pretty sick sleeves, I will say. Ooh. You about to get comboed out? A Nadu? Okay, so well, we 100% have to do this. Please don't have something to counter my Bitter Triumph here. If you do, I might be in a rough spot. Oh, they're just going to path it themselves? Okay, bet. Do we grab another land? Hit him for 4. Draw. So how do I want to do this? Let me get into it. They're gonna double block, sure. Boom. Now, do I... Yeah, I'm gonna do this and then return it. Then turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 mana. I needed to draw a land there, I think. Tireless Tracker is good. Oh, no lands. That's good for us at least. Do I want to hold off so that I can play this? No, I'm going to do this. Fair. Fair. Oh, they got a land. Oop. I wonder what that extra card they have in hand is, though. A Treasure Cruise. That's fair. It's a good one. The fast spawn being able to play any number of lands and take damage is kind of crazy. But also, they're taking damage, so... So I'm going to be able to play this. So I can go search for an island or a surveil land to be able to play a Tishana. Boom. And we're going to be able to play a Tishana's next turn. Sure. Or I can bring back the Mai with Unearth. Is that better? It might be better. So let's bring back the Mai. They're on 4. They can play 1 non-creature spell. I do have to block. That's the thing. And this is lethal though, because that comes back and they only have 1 creature. So long as I can remove it. Ugh. That's actually kind of annoying. The Zurin Orb saves him. Good job. Stalling out on 3 land for so long was probably what killed me, especially when I had 17. If I were able to get the shield rid out, they had actually no way to interact, and we would have gotten there pretty easily. All right. So we've got 1, 2, with subtly able to do some counters. Subtlety. Flood Farm Verge. Drawing another land's kind of annoying. I am going to play out the Emperor of Bones. If they've got a counter, they've got a counter. If not, we need to get going on a clock here. Sure. Activated or triggered ability. I'm going to hold this up. Because I imagine they're probably going to try to play a Planeswalker. I don't want to hit their Coalition Relic. And if they try to hit a creature... Okay. If they try to hit a creature, I'll Subtlety. A Balance. Okay. That kind of sucks. Choose 3 cards to keep. This one, this one. I think we need to keep the Creeping Tar Pit. I'm going to submit those 3. They lost a land and a card. I had to discard 2 and lost 2 creatures, and they get to play an Urza. Got 2 cards in hand. Removes all of his abilities. Now it's a 1/4. Good job. The 0 mana card that you got to play and sacrifice. And look at my hand. Balance is very good. That's probably one of the more offensive things I could have drawn. Just funny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's not good. That's a strong one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Depending on what they have, are they gonna be able to activate that? No, they just get a Strip Mine. Whew. And a Lotus Petal. What is their deck? Like, you're playing Urza's Bauble, Balance, Lotus Petal with Golos and Hey man, I guess. What am I doing here? I'm gonna play my Urza. Yeah, I'm gonna play my Urza. No tax. Yeah, and I'm gonna be able to just activate Urza, but yeah, you got a nice Jataxian probe. I am gonna like return the Emperor Bones. Emperor Bones, the subtlety. The subtlety is gonna come back and give me my Urza back in hand, so that I can cast it again or something like that. I can activate the Golos. I can do 2 different colors of mana. When this creature enters, choose up to 1 target creature spell or planeswalker spell. Let's start with this then. We can persist to bring back the subtlety. Exile the top 3 cards is insane. Strip mine, I don't want to have to deal with that. I've only got 3 lands. Well, let's see what they get off this Golos that I can hopefully deal with next turn. Nothing. Good. Except the Mox Opal and the Chromatic Star allow him to cast it again. So, there's that. Two to the bottom. And you get to draw a card. I need to kill the Golos. That's the thing. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can cast this for 3. I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna cast this. I cast it with a kicker 3. Auto pay. When this enters, I'm going to be able to steal his Coalition Relic. When I steal the Coalition Relic, he's only going to be able to produce 3 or 4 colors of mana, which is sick. I'm going to go into my graveyard. No, I'm going to hit his Lotus Petal. When this creature enters, if it was kicked, gain control of target. So you can only gain control. I cannot lose control of this now. This is mine. I would not mind bouncing the Thieving Skydiver to my hand. These are the complicated, in-depth Magic the Gathering games you have all come here to enjoy. Ooh, if that can fetch red mana. Crucible, no lands. But, wait, no, they have an island. They just played the Arid Mesa, though. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Snapcaster Mage to cast back the Balance? They're losing 4 lands. Choose 3 creatures to keep. So I have to keep this. I would like to keep this. No. We're gonna keep this. And honestly, this. No creatures in there, just all lands. I'm gonna go to my graveyard and I'm gonna exile the Urza Lord High Artificer. No attacks on turn. Beginning of the next end step. Stop on opponent's end step. Oh, do they have the actual mana? If they have the mana to do Golos, they don't. I need to hit a removal spell. Me again being stuck on 3 lands is kind of insane to me. Like, I don't know how this is happening. I have 3, what was that? 4, 5 total. There are 12 lands. Half my final cards are lands. Like, what is going on? Alright, so I'm going to be able to do this. I can't discard a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of that. Should I start getting rid of lands? Honestly, I should get rid of Golos. We're going to attack with everything. We're going to hit that with a counter. We're going to see what they block. They got 1 card in hand, can't do much. 3, 6. It's 10, 11. They're down to 12. They'd be down to 1 right now. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the actual... Alright, you got a bunch of lands you can play. You have 1 life. I have 4 lethal threats, one of which has Menace. You got 1 card in hand. We're playing Magic the Gathering, folks. I've also got a 50% chance of drawing a land, if not higher. Bitter Triumph was probably my actual only out in that moment. But hey, sometimes you draw hot. Sometimes you draft the cards that win you the games. Yeah, I'm going to take 3. Good one. Upheaval. Okay. Mox Opal. And then a bunch of tap lands and a Chromatic Star. They can't even play a land. Sunset Saboteur kills them. Removal spell? Booster Tutor. There are things that help. Didn't get there. That was a good one. That was a nail biter to the end and a Sunset Saboteur, like, actual showcase. I'm proud that I'm able to get that to you guys. That was a good game. That felt like crazy magic. I would be really salty if I had lost that right now, but I didn't, so we're in a good spot. I will ask, how many of you folks kindly are going to the Lorwyn pre-release tonight? I know I'm going. I have a local store that I go to a pre-release every single, whenever there's a new pre-release, I always go on the Friday night, hit the 6:30 time slot so that I can go hang out and open the new cards. I know I've been watching a lot of people open them. I myself got 1 collector booster box. I'm super stoked. I'm not a huge money guy. I'm not made of it, so I'm not out here buying a ton of product. But I am super excited for that. 1 drop into 2 drop. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna hope we draw an island. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. You'll notice cube games do tend to go a lot longer. Cecil, Dark Knight. Kind of cool art, honestly. Yes, we're going to hit ourselves for 2. Those are really cool sleeves, I will say. The Sunset Saboteur is an interesting one. You going to hit one of these with a removal spell? Flash. The Orcish Bowmasters is so good. It says menace though, friend. That's fair. And then we are going to death, return Cecil. 100% going to take that. You had a 1/1, sacrificed your Orcish Bowmasters. And Orcish Bowmasters is one that I wish I had in this deck, because that is a pretty sweet, sick, awesome card. And that art is honestly pretty cool. I'm gonna do something here, right? Yeah, that's right. Hit him down to 10, draw a card. And on Earth. Are we gonna bring back the Cecil again? If only this had flying. That would honestly, that would be absurd. If this had flying, I would not condone this card. This would be insane. This is a pretty sick. This is a pretty sick one. Are you stocking up with this? Oh boy, yeah. Kill in for 8. I'm glad that you get 2 cards and you maybe get to go up to 4 lands. I feel like we're in a good spot. Sorry, I'm actually just trash talking right now, and that is highly inappropriate to me. Lightning bolt me or something. Please don't lightning bolt me. That was deserved. I was being disrespectful, okay? Hit him for 4. Down to 6. And I'm going to draw a card. End turn. Just in case they make me like exile a card from my hand or something like that. Or discard a card. These are such sick lands. I just like the symbol in the top left, I will say. I love when lands are not done basic. I understand that they can be more difficult to read, but I feel like these are very easy to understand. Oh, nice. Ugh. I'm getting rid of my Sunset Saboteur is sad. I'm gonna Chain Lightning. Okay, fair. We're gonna take back a Children. They're at 5/6. Oh, Time Spiral. Oh, okay. Time Spiral, 6 mana. Exile Time Spiral. Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. You untap up to 6 lands. They get to amass orcs a whole bunch. That's insane. If I die here, I die here. Oh. Did I actually just get burned out? Oh. That's a little salt inducing. I'll take the salt. I'd take all the salt with that one because that was really cool. But that's one of the like orcish bowmasters is pretty sick. Mad respect for the orcish bowmaster there. I mean, we were doing very solid. I felt we were in there playing, and we're gonna keep this. We're gonna start with the surveil probably. We'll draw that actually. And then we can play a Baleful Strix.
May our axes strike as one.
We'll play this. Draw. Play the Creeping Tar Pit. I will raise. You can go to the Wasteland if you want. No? Nice. It's target artifact, which is kind of annoying. What you gonna do? Draw 2 cards. I will block with the 4/3. Well, actually, I probably won't block with the 4/3, depending on what they attack with. If they attack with the fear of missing out, I will. Nice. It's a sweet land. I'm gonna block the fear of missing out, yes. I'm gonna attack with the 2/1 again. I will take 2 again. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you've drawn more than 1 card. Okay. So we're going to play this. We're going to exile. Yeah. Okay. Done. It's going to target the Emperor of Bones. We're going to exile a card. It's going to be Fear of Missing Out. Discard a card, then draw a card. We're going to discard the Tishana's Tidebinder to draw a card. It's going to be a swamp. Coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Sure. Nice, nice. Down to 2. Dies. An opponent's turn. I will block with Emperor of Bones. They're down to 2. They've got 3 cards in hand. I'm at 14. The Sunset Saboteur, again, just getting there. I think you can see the power of this little spaceman in his little spacesuit with his little galaxy, planet, dead planet, star in his fist. Fractured Identity. It's a good one. Draw a card. You're at 1 and I have a flyer, my friend. Good game. That was a good one for us. You'll see that the blue-black deck is relatively solid if you're going into it with a game plan and you're able to get a threat down. I haven't seen Malcolm yet. Literally our first pick, or second pick. Like, what? No, we grabbed Scalding Tarn first pick, which I have seen in our first game. Haven't seen Malcolm, though. I'm going to enjoy it when I do see him, probably this game, in my opening hand, because that's how this tends to work. I don't know why. As soon as I start mentioning, I'm like, oh, hey, how does this work? I'll be like, oh, hey, this is how. I'll be like, oh, hell yeah, thank you. Well, a Mai and a Palantir. We're going to keep this. You'll notice we have to wait until Talisman of Dominance on turn 2 until we can play Cecil, but I'm not going to really worry about that because we'll be able to play Palantir. We can't play the Subtlety. Hand's a little bit weird, wonky. Ugh, but not bad. Not bad at all. Mainly because we can play Cecil on 2. And Cecil against the Ocelot Pride's very good. Thank goodness. I do want to play the plant Palantir. It's a black. Dismember is going to stay on top. No attacks. Dismember is a solid removal spell. I will take the 4 damage. They've got 3. What do they got? Aang now. Ranger, Captain of Eos. Search your library for a creature card with mana value 1 or less. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Sacrifice this creature. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Interesting. So I do 100% want to dismember his Mother of Runes. And then I probably want to be able to follow up, but I want to get this going. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this. And then I'm going to play this. My Scornful Striker. 2 mana, 2/2 first strike. Don't be casting on creatures. Says Death Touch. I will block the Ranger Captain of Eos with it. No, I want both of those. Take 5. Palantir already doing work. Adeline. No attacks. And turn. One to the bottom, one to the top. You gonna let me draw it, or are you gonna take 3? Oh, they took 6. Because it milled 2. And it milled 2 creatures. Or 2 things. That's crazy. That can resolve. That resolves. Pass to attackers. I'm gonna take 4. That's gonna suck. Alright, I'm gonna swing for 2. Draw. Discard. Play this. End turn. Graveyard, or bottom. Good game. They just milled a 5 and a 4. Oh my gosh. That was a sweet Palantir game. That Palantir, I think, did 20 damage. I almost feel bad. I think it did 5, it did 6, and then it did like 4 plus 3, 4 plus 2. It did like 7 damage. Holy crap. Okay, I said Sunset Palantir is like the highlight for this episode. Or Sunset. Oh, now I'm saying Sunset Palantir. Saboteur. Sunset Saboteur, the 2 mana black 4/1 with Ward, discard a card, which is a pretty good card. This might be a Palantir special. Because that Palantir was piece de resistance. Opponent goes first. We're going to keep this. This is risky again. But Cecil's been good, and we've got removal. If we draw an island, we should be good. Our deck is primarily black, so we should be all right. If they kill the Cecil, we'll be able to death it back. I almost kind of hope they do. Get rid of his Blooming Marsh. I'm holding up Dismember, depending on what they play. Sure, go get a land. Play this, play this. Boom. And we are going to be taking damage. This is going to transform next turn into a 4/4 lifelink, though. That's pretty cool. All right. We're going to hit the Baleful Strix. Get him with both. We're not playing games here, man. I've got a 4/4 lifelinker. Look at Cecil redeemed Paladin. Told you guys I have a thing for Paladins. This is it. You gonna wasteland me? I appreciate what this person is trying to do with the Tifa Lockhart, though. I am kind of here for that. Gosh, I just love this. Crucible of Worlds lets him bring back an Arid Mesa that triggers that thing twice. They can swing in for 4. I will take it. Because I will just gain 4 back. Them sacking the Arid Mesa there, maybe they have like a multiple, they're gonna get like 8 landfall triggers here. You can play an additional land on each of your turns, and they're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. We can block with 6. They've got 10 total damage. It's a good one. This is the kind of deck I want to play. Maybe I should try to play the, like, 4-color? 5-color? Green landfall deck? Arid Mesa couldn't fetch anything. Oh, friend. All of my stuff's indestructible. Good game, man. This deck looked pretty cool. I do kind of want to do a Lotus Cobra, Bristly Bill, Tifa Lockhart, Scythe Cub, like green 2-drops deck. That seems like a 5-color green 2-drops. That seems really fun, actually. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, okay, yeah. So you're wanting to get everything 1 and 2-drop for Lurrus. So you want to play a Lurrus deck. You want to start with Lurrus early in the draft. This is where my lack of cube experience comes out. Because I definitely do not have a ton of cube experience, guys. Cube is not my, like, number one thing. I do enjoy cube quite a bit, but we're going to keep this. This isn't great. We've got removal. We've got a Thieving Skydiver to take this Moxen that we're about to get hit with. Considering we don't have any power in our deck. But then again, we haven't played against a bunch of power. I've not played against Black Lotus very much in this Powered Arena Cube. And it makes me wonder, like, where is it? Where's the power? Let's start with a Caracas. One of the very, very strong creatures in the cube. Or lands. Also, they're using the Chitterfang. I like this guy. And the Hippo. Goopy Frog. You're alright. Look at all these 4-drops. This Saga gains tap to add 1. Nice. I am going to use Dismember this turn. We are going to kill the Felia. I gotta figure a destiny. Play this. We're gonna play the Shieldred. You got a Crocus against the Shieldred. You gonna hit me with it? Crocus against Shieldred's my one, like, ugh. But I want to throw him off the Urza Saga. Oh, he's not gonna hit it. He's gonna take 2 damage. He is 100% gonna bounce the Crocus. Or bounce my thing this turn, though. I hope he makes an artifact so that I can steal it with Thieving Skydiver, and then I can Baleful Strikes. Okay. Yeah, I need to get in, don't I? I'm gonna start getting in. You gonna hold off? You are gonna take it? You lost that mana? Them being stuck on mana is kind of what's saving me here. Them not bouncing Shieldred with Caracas. Mana crypt? Okay. Mana Crypt might also kill them, so we're in a good spot. We've got 2 flyers. There's that. You got 2 spells to cast. The thing is, Cosmogrand Zenith is strong. Eska's Chariot. Oh. Yeah, I've got a Death Toucher. Like, I'll take that, I think. Mainly because I can unearth the... Okay. I am going to unearth the Baleful Strix. And draw a card, gain a life. And then if they're going to try to Eska's Chariot, I can counter that. So let's just move on. Oh, they don't take 3. Okay. Good job. I am going to Tishana's Tidebinder the Caracas this turn. It's not going to work forever, but it's going to work for this turn, and that's fine. Because I want them to lose life. The Baleful Strix will block the Eska's Chariot if it decides to attack. They're down to 2 mana. They have 3 mana. Well, technically they have 5 mana, I suppose. And they're definitely not mono green, so... Goopy Frog, what you got going on over there? I am going to... swing in with both of those. I kind of hope he blocks and kills Shieldred so that I can Malcolm and persist it. Hell yeah. Nice. So when I persist this... Oh, it's a non-legendary. That makes me really sad. Yeah, we're just gonna end turn. Take 3. Yeah. Down to 6. I'm at 30. What do you got going on over there? I will Enduring Curiosity end of turn. The thing is, Caracas can hit Malcolm, which is a little annoying. It's like fair. Get in there. No? Yes? Yay, enduring curiosity. I got a 4-1. You gonna kill it? Honestly, the inspiring vantage coming down makes a little bit more sense. He's probably stuck on red. We are going to get in for 4. They will die next turn to Mana Crypt if they don't have anything. They can't block and kill both of my things on the ground. They have 3 mana. Well, they have... The thing is, they have 5 mana. What are you doing? And I get to draw cards, so there's that. And then we're going to play the My Scornful Striker and say good luck. Oh, okay. You got it. Wait. Why did my mind not stay down? Oh, they got bounced by the Crocus. Ha! Fair. You'll have to excuse me, though. I'm just going to finish this real quick. And then we'll jump into another draft. And hopefully we can keep this kind of streak going. We're looking a lot better now in the back half. Hit that play button. Spam it. Claim. Spam. We get to go first, and this is our 7. Hell yeah, this is perfect. Inquisition. They're going to take probably Malcolm. Maybe Overlord. No. Yeah, Malcolm. Maybe Pross, but Malcolm. Which is sad. No, they're going to take the Profs. Okay. Fair enough. End turn. Holding up the Malcolm. As well as better Triumph, I will say. Ooh, they are going to let me do this? Ooh, I want that shield ring. And they got their own Malcolm. Ha! Nice. That's kind of funny. Ooh, and they're straight 3-color. And they only have 1 full art land. That's pretty sick for a full art land, I will say. Boom. I will spend the life to kill that. 100% of the time. Bring back the Tishana's Tidebinder. Oh, and they connect. You don't have removal? Activated or triggered ability, or do we get rid of the Bitter Triumph? I think we get rid of Tishana's. End turn. Yes, yes, swamp cycle your Troll of Khazad-dûm so that you can get a swamp. Portable hole to get the Malcolm? Sure. One, two, three, four. Oh, 100% gonna Enduring Curiosity in response to Overlord of the Baelmar coming down. Cecil? Yeah. Great. You're at 6 with 4 cards in hand. I also have 4 cards in hand. I have 1 more land. Ooh, equal lands. 1 more card. And we're looking at... Ooh, reward card. 6/2, jump right in. We're riding a wave here. I've been reading, and I've mentioned this a few times, The Wandering Inn. If you've not checked it out, Wandering Inn, I think it's wanderinginn.com, but if you Google The Wandering Inn, flow state. Bringing events together, keeping the momentum going, kind of riding a wave. And we are 100% doing that here. Persist has not been great for us, but Palantir of Orthonk has been amazing. Excited to play that. We're going to be able to play the Malcolm at instant speed. Draw. And then discard. I'm going to play this because Persist can't hit legendaries. That's my bad. Actually, 100% my bad. Scry 1 to the top. Both of those are on the top. They milled my death, sadly. Alright. Reclamation Sage is annoying. Hitting the Palantir is annoying. Draw. Okay, so we're gonna discard there. We're gonna play this. Draw. We're gonna play this. We're gonna bring that back. We're going to have 3 flyers here. A Jeet. Oh, that sucks. Actual nuts. Jit actually kills both. Oh my goodness. That's so sucky. That's kind of funny though. I can't be like too mad at that, you know? Persist, can't do anything with any of that. We're going to play down the Enduring Curiosity on the turn. Oh, that is kind of funny. The Jit in the green deck with the Reclamation Sage killing my Palantir, just exactly what they needed. Ooh, and Scavenging Ooze to be able to hit all those too. Nice. Scavenging Ooze can wear the Jit. This might be it. Oop. But we're going to be able to do Enduring Curiosity and then Creeping Tar Pit get in repeatedly. If we get removal for the Scavenging Ooze on my turn, that would also be pretty good. I wonder what they're thinking over, though. Are they just wanting to exile things now? Enduring Curiosity coming down. So Creeping Tar Pit's coming in. Well, actually, both of these are coming in. It's worth noting. Boom. You're gonna kill my Creeping Tar Pit. That's fair, that's fair. Four, five, six. What you got now? Nissa.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
We might be screwed here, folks. Yeah, we're screwed. Good game, guys. Not a bad little one there for us. I mean, hey, could it have been better? Yes, it could have been better. But this is a damn fine game, I will say. Pretty proud of us. Ending on a 6-3. Get our entry fee back at least. We haven't done that very often in Cube Draft. But hey, thanks for joining me on this one. I hope to see you in the next video. And I hope you enjoy your Lorwyn pre-release tonight. If you're going, let me know if you get any great polls. Feel free to send them my way. And I hope you guys have some good luck. Have a good weekend.